And we are live back for another exciting episode. This time, My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 11, The Return of Million. Let's talk about it. All right, guys. Brent here back with Geek Variants. Cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, My Hero Academia. This time, episode 149. Cumulatively, the light fades to rain. And I got a little bit of order of business to take care of. Before we get into anything, I want to say huge shout out to you, the viewers. Thanks to you guys, we have crossed over the 1,000 subscriber mark. Huge shout out to you, the viewers. Greatly appreciated any and all support you guys have been giving. It's been absolutely fantastic and overwhelming. Took the day, was very, very excited to see how many of you came along with the ride for us. And I have remembered we have 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We will be releasing details on that in the coming days. So stay tuned for that. Likely will be in a community post. That way, each and every person is able to see all of the details and make the assessment for themselves whether or not they want to enter that 1,000 subscriber giveaway or they're just here for my roguish charm. You're not. That's a joke. But look, let's talk about My Hero Academia and all the goodness that has been happening. Bones has been hitting it out of the park. I know there are people who are going out of their way to say Bones has failed them. I can't really say that, in my opinion. And then Marquez, what time does it drop? Episode drops 9 minutes on Hulu or Crunchyroll. 9 minutes, Hulu or Crunchyroll for your paid streaming services, which will be the only ones we recommend using paid streaming services. But again, I think My Hero Academia has absolutely hit it out of the park this season. As far as the writing has gone, as far as the animation style, as far as the character development, we're getting a lot of payoffs for a lot of the slower seasons because last season was a banger. The season before that, the season before that, kind of boring in my opinion. But that's just me. I don't speak for anybody. I've read the manga. I know everything's about to fully finish up here. We have so little time left with this particular manga the anime adaptation. We have a while. The manga, we are literally weeks away from finishing it up. I try not to give too many spoilers in case people are literally just watching along with the anime itself. This one was a fantastic read throughout. I thought I was going to not enjoy this as much as I did, but I was very, very happily blown away with the source material and everything that the writer put forward. A lot of the themes I thought were very relevant to today. I thought the characters really mesh well with a lot of the audience that it intends to go after. And I think the animation style that he's created in the world that he has animated is absolutely one of one. It is a fantastic thing. Izuku, welcome on back. This episode, again, not focusing on you, my friend. When are you going to get back into the spotlight? I feel at times the animation is pretty lackluster. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Everyone's entitled to think. Moichiro, welcome on in. I thought you just dropped into the Infinity Castle. Nice to see you on in here. Best of luck with that. I've read that manga as well. Won't drop any spoilers there, but Moichiro, how you doing? So we got a lot of good stuff coming in here. It's been a fantastic arc. I think the animation style's held up. I know a lot of people are very, very critical, but people were critical about Kaiju number eight's animation quality as well. And it was widely perceived to be one of the top three new animes this year, period. So it's like, I can't really say too much about it. The second cores are really good. So okay, for a fact, this episode and past are gonna be so good. Yes. We can say undoubtedly moving forward that everything is going on in this core, especially, is gonna hit. There's gonna be a lot of exciting stuff to kind of see. There's a lot of stuff to really explore. He's like, yeah, people did not like Kaiju number eight. I loved it. I could understand why people were had such a visceral reaction to when it initially dropped. It's like, look, this one is one of the few that I've actually have the physical hardbacks of and have been enjoying reading. Always support the authors, buy the hardbacks. Behind me, you'll see that I have most of the Jujutsu Kaisen that have released in English. I'm still up to date on that one, but Again, we're now in that waiting period where we're going to have to slowly inch forward with more material. And I'm genuinely hoping we're going to get more exciting stuff coming up here in the coming days. So I'm very, very excited to see overall where that goes, because we covered Kaiju number 8 in its entirety, thanks to my boy Will. He is a savior, because I was, covering this till about 3, 4 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, and then he would grab the other early morning stuff for Kaiju number 8. The episodes were fantastic. The manga is just as good. You will not have a letdown there. The manga really lives up to it. The animation style from the manga to the actual show itself is a bit different. I will say that much. However, I don't think it's enough for me to take me out of the mindset of the anime itself when it does premiere. For me, I enjoyed it all the way through, but again, it's entirely dependent upon the viewer. Some people come in with more closed-minded. Some people want things to be absolutely shot for shot, panel for panel, the exact same. They want it to be like the movie Watchmen, because they want it to literally be Zack Snyder took every comic panel, copy and paste, make it cinematic. Some people like that. Hey, more power to you. Not going to be one of those people like, oh, well, that doesn't make any sense. Sometimes anime adaptations are necessary. But hey, as long as we aren't ruining the integral theme and we're still following as close as we can to what the author intended, I'm genuinely not one of those people who I'm going to go out of my way to be like, I don't like this. I don't see where this is going. I don't understand what this is about. Sometimes changes are necessary, and some adaptations really pay off better than others. I think Bones, as far as everything considered here, they've been cooking. For me, they've been cooking. Other people, like Marquez, didn't really do the same for him, thought early arcs are better. It's entirely their personal choice. Either way, we're all sitting here enjoying the anime today. That is exactly what we're supposed to do as creative viewers is I have an opinion, our audience has an opinion. You share yours, I share mine. Do we agree all the time? No. It's like I'll just mention, say, like, I personally hated The Acolyte. Couldn't get into it, absolutely hated it, abhorred that content altogether. Other people loved it. Is what it is. It's just how the world works today. I love Dragon Ball Z. I love Vegeta. A lot of people abhor his character and hate how many times he's going to mention pride or ego or Saiyans or his homeworld and everything he's been through. I'm a simp for that kind of narrative of overcoming your pride and becoming a better person. So at the same time, we all learn, we all grow, we all adapt. There are certain characters that people will stand with that I just don't care for. It's like, don't care for her, don't really care much for him. I don't really care that much for Deku. She's overdone and overplayed out. But anytime you give me any kind of Froppy content or any kind of Bakugo content, anything involving Dabi, I am so in. This episode is going to be wild, and then friendly reminder for those who are tuning in to Geek Variants for the very first time. We don't show anything in the stream here. It's going to be off on a whole nother screen. There'll be no audio, there'll be no video for obvious legal reasons. And we'll all watch along. We'll sync up times. We'll watch the episode together. I will have ads because I'm going through Hulu, because for some reason, Hulu drops before Crunchyroll does. Who would have thought a company owned by Disney would drop an anime before Crunchyroll, who's continually raising their rates, but dropping stuff late? Make it make sense. Crunchyroll crashes all the time, Hulu doesn't. For me, it's a personal choice. I'll stick with the Hulu and watch it that way. Everyone kind of does their own thing their own way. But again, the only streaming services I'll ever recommend, paid streaming services. Free trials are a thing, just in case, kind of testing out the water. It's Hulu for me, kind of going to do what we can. Kind of surprising. And that a lot of things are surprising in today's day and age, because like if you told me, the Disney of old had anything to do with anime, or that they even owned ESPN, I'd be like, oh no, you're crazy. That makes no sense. But everyone knows what's going to happen, my friend Winter. Or well, I'm not going to say everyone. That sounds very arrogant. Most people know what's going to happen in the manga. It's going to be wild, is the greatest thing that we can kind of explain it as. There's definitely a lot to break down in it. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of the people who are anime only watchers are going to be shocked by. the darkness that this anime brings home is going to be so fantastic to see it played out, but also the seeing the growth of all these characters that we kind of, tipped our toe in the water of them to initially meet is finally going to have some fruition. The episode itself, I'm out. What we do is I'll watch the episode off screen, no audio, no video. And from there, once the episode's done, you guys can circle back. We'll have a little recap, a little chat, see how we thought about things, and go from there. So, watching on Hulu. I'll be a little bit behind you guys because I have Hulu with ads because I'm just a little cheap like that. I apologize. It's something I got to work on. There we go. We left Bakugo in a horrific situation because that's my boy. But again, I know what's going to happen. So just kind of emotionally bracing myself. If you're a manga reader, you basically get to experience everything twice. So hello, little retroactive therapy at that moment in time. Bakugo has put in that work, but he hasn't been able to make up that gap that we all hoped he was going to be able to, which is tragic to see because he's come a long way emotionally. Oh yeah, Zuko, you literally lived it. This is your show, so absolutely understand it, 100%, my friend. Oh, now you're on screen. How did you manage to be in two places at once, my friend? How did you manage it? It's impressive. I will say the one thing about this as I'm going through now the opening sequence. This opening does not hit for me. The episode is never on screen, Moitro. We do not show any entity. Oops, we don't own the legal rights to do so. Everything is always off screen. Watch on your own devices. Circle back. We'll talk about the episode in the episode recap, and then I'll have a full episode recap off screen when we're not doing like the live later on. But that's after I'm done hanging out with all you fabulous geek variant elites. So thank you guys so much for joining on in, having a great little talk with me. Appreciate each and every one of you who made the channel as special as it truly is. So hopefully this continues to be something that we all can enjoy because I think My Hero Academia right now is really hitting the mark exceptionally well. Right now, for me, the highlight episode is still the Todoroki fight versus Dabi, but we're going to be in for some more insane moments in time. Wish this opening slapped just a little bit harder. But again, I ain't mad at Bones. It's hard to make anime openings slap every single time, but especially when you do two cores. Like sometimes the first one will hit, like say Jujutsu Kaisen season one, their part one slapped hard. Their second core, eh, didn't really care for it nearly as much. Didn't do anything for me. People still like it. It is what it is. And then we had, obviously the whole Shibuya arc. I think the opening was fine. Other people didn't like it nearly as much as I did. So I don't think I'm rarely in with the majority of things. Don't hit me with a Taco Bell commercial in the middle of the night. Everyone knows I'm always hungry. Like, does anyone just go to the fridge, middle of the night, bag of shredded cheese, and just eat it directly out of the bag like a savage? Or just pour a bowl of shredded cheese and just eat it? Just me? Fair. Late night shredded cheese eating is life. And I'm still suffering through commercials, so I'll have more entertaining stuff coming on. See, Azuku gets it. But also, you're trying to power up one of your 80 billion quirks you have passed on through your prestigious lineage. So I get it. You got to keep fueling up properly and keep everything rocking and rolling to the best of your abilities. Shark Fest. I love how we just dedicate a week as a society to just sitting here talking about sharks. And now we're back to the action. Bakugo's doing his damnedest to make things happen. Mirko, S Genist. And I still feel bad for everything going on. He's like, oh, yeah, your school's a little wrecked. Time to get everything together. Everyone wanted things to play out significantly different than things ended up happening. Uh, The battle's over. Graduate. Can we win? The $1 million question, because right now things are not going good. But Lemillion, it's time to shine, baby. Because all of his Lemillion fans have entered the chat and they are going wild. Okay, his bare foot is on him. If he was able to use his quirk at this exact second, it would be RIP Bakugo. But also, those feet are gross. Like, I understand Shigaraki hasn't had a chance to shower recently, but like, yikes. Not hygienic. Not the move. Mm, mm. Oh, Bakugo, get out of here. Dodge. Did he just call Bakugo goldfish poop? That's the way of phrasing it. That's wild. Oh, got some poison in him. That'll be a thing. See how that works. And he's just like, no, no, we don't. I feel like it would hurt like crazy to have your body shoot out all of these fingers, mouths, tendrils, whatever case you want to be. Like the physical inertia and all this is just wild. Well, physical exertion, I should say, not inertia. There we go. A million with the move. Now you need to just whoop. Your face is a joke. Wow. Shigaraki, zero respect for Le Million whatsoever. 'Cause he's definitely supposed to be on the sidelines right now. Mm, that's a cool combo power up. Like, there's nothing that is going to damage Shigaraki at this moment in time. And this is like the school's big three peaking in a moment in time. I think the big three was a nice nod to the big three that usually presides over all anime at any point in time. Mm. Oh, Genius is bleeding too. Is Bakugo crying? Bakugo is crying. That's not good. We have broken his spirit first. I think Shigaraki should be bodying everybody at any moment in time. Bakugo did a million times better. I almost wanted to say a million, but that's such a terrible pun. Like, why would we? Nobody's up down on that. Hmm. Mirko. Hmm, hmm. He's doing the best he can to figure out what's going on. Bakugo as a fighter is just head and shoulders above everybody else. Because Bakugo is straight up a prodigy when it comes to fighting. It's just unfortunately his quirk in today's day and age is not really the strongest against most people. But again, running into Shigaraki is unfortuitous, to put it lightly. Wrong person, wrong time. And we are back on commercial break because hey, why not? That's just how we roll. But again, I was cheap. Is what I get. Is right now with everything involving Lane Million, I'm very, very happy the way that they have treated the character, and he was exceptionally written in the anime, well, the manga adaptation. I always get anime manga mixed up. I no idea why, but he was spectacularly written in the manga. He was a character you can definitely visualize yourself with, or see the connections and kind of similarities between everybody. So it's going to be fantastic to see him brought to life this way. I know a lot of people were huge fans of him early on, but now they'll actually be able to see all the payoffs for everything going on. And let's get back to the action. The power of friendship speech coming this way. Yeah, it's a good hit. Hit him right in the core. Hmm. He did use the trigger word. Hmm. I do have friends. I was here before you. I'm excited. It's a fantastic time to be an anime fan, especially something this. But he's like accidentally hit the PTSD word for Shigaraki, so it's like he's gonna go from sort of motivated to way, way too into this at any moment in time. And then Million's like, "Oops, sorry." He's like, "You brought up the sensitive topic, my friend, the most sensitive topic imaginable." Because Hato has got great power. She can hit really, really well, but at the same moment in time, Shigaraki is just durable as all get out. All for One made it very, very clear that he was not going to make his project anything less than durable. Shit, Rocky is out here going through it. Now he's now motivated. He's like, let's finish this up early here and now. I don't got time for this. I'm playing with everybody. Bakugo is still barely standing. And Milan's like, hey, I'm still here. Remember me. Unfortunately, Million, your power set is not best suited for this kind of fight. You're, you're more useful against other characters, and this is nothing your fault. It's just where we're at right now. He's leveled up. This is like that final boss you catch in a video game too early, and you're like, "Oh, I can handle him," and they're like, "I ain't posting that. I got rocked." You know, Cape can do this. good, not good. Otto is just going straight in, but he's completely unbothered by any of this. It looks like you guys made made your own confidence. Huh. Shigaraki out here confident. Mm. She's fighting through this. Young inquisitive her is like all of everybody's business. I mean, kids ask 80,000 questions all the time. So, not really all that shocking or jarring. What? Hmm. Oh, kids. Always doing this stuff. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hmm. And then look at him go. Go little Tamaki. What a dork. Good for him. Hmm. He's just the most incredibly shy individual we have. He's like, no matter what I do, she's just there. But then everyone at UA loves it. Why don't we just get a close up of Lemillion's butt? A weird thing to be smiling about. Lemillion, where are your clothes at? Where your clothes at? Not ideal. Togata and Tamaki. Amichi. Yes, he ate all this stuff, so see what it does. The three bigs of class 1A. Samaki's got endless possibilities. If he wasn't shy, he could be better than Lemillion. But again, that's a big if. It's not really a reality. Let's go, Tamaki. This is your moment to shine. It kind of shows like what the power of just like one nice word can go like a mile in the show. Doo, doo, doo. Right. Yep, the power of friendship montage. We see it. We like it. We're feeling it. Bones is animating really well here. Oh, you have a laser gun now? Nice. I don't know where you got it, but fast hybrid plasma cannon. Ooh, that is a shot and a half. Shigaraki, will you survive this? Oh wow, a million with the self sacral. Oh, guys, you're not supposed to blow a hole in the fortress. Cool, but I don't think we're supposed to make a hole in that. And we are back on commercial. The episode is out. It's on Hulu or Crunchyroll, whichever paid streaming service you prefer, Carlos. We do not show anything audio or video within the square here. Almost done with the episode. We'll circle back and then we'll have a recap here in the chat. But yeah, vast hybrid plasma cannon, a fortress designed to tame slash hold Shigaraki, just had a giant blue laser, kind of like that Kamehameha wave, not gonna lie, blast right on through it. And luckily they were in the sky, because if they were on the regular ground level, that would have blown through any buildings just directly yonder. So that would have been a wild time overall. In an almost unpenetrable fortress. Okay, why do I need to learn about investments? Do you guys think I have money? It's flattering, but highly illogical. Nice shot, dude. Nice shot. Knock you out there. And Genus was able to make that work because Shigaraki still just ate that thing. It was nothing. Cold and Siege all might have died from something like this. And then the My Hero Academia movie's coming out literally within like the next 2.5, maybe 3 weeks, I think. And he's once again shocked because Bakugo is backstanding. Because he should not be walking. There is no human way he should be moving. One face just smeared with blood. The rest here, nice move. Iraqi is just eating too many blows. I think is the only problem right now. There we go. It's like he's hit his Super Saiyan moment where he's just leveled up. That is incredible. My boy's growing up right before my eyes, everybody. I think if he cries and he has sweat on top of it, he's able to really have creative moves coming out here. Like I said, the dub version is October. I know the regular with sub should be in August. Calendar. I know next weekend I'm seeing Deadpool 3, and we're going to have a full breakdown on that one. I am stoked. August 2nd, so we are literally, um, we're 2 weeks out. 2 weeks out. Really excited for the My Hero Academia movie. Definitely going to try and cover that in its entirety for you guys, the viewers. Obviously, it'll be just a regular breakdown, as obviously it'll be in theaters. Can't do anything on that. Thanks, Suzuku. Appreciate the assist. Appreciate the assist, my friend. Bakugo is going through his growth emotionally, and now the physicality of it is really gonna. He's definitely got Shigaraki right now thinking far more than acting, which is not what you want to have happen at all. He's like, I just handled you. You should be done. You should be out. Why are you moving like this, let alone faster than me at any moment in time right now? That's cool animation. Hmm. When we first met, Bakugo was like, yeah, that was kind of a problem. But now watch him grow up because I was your biggest fan. You're my hero. You're the reason I do what I did. Thank you for all of it. But remember, anytime in anime when we get someone's huge personal growth, usually tragedy's not insanely far behind. So I get too overconfident. There's everybody. Oop, oop, and there's the hit. It hurts seeing the second time. It hurts the second time. You are ahead of me because I got the commercials. I still got maybe a minute before I hit, the end screen. Then we'll recap all this goodness that this episode has provided because they did a great job once more. Hmm. Like, why in the world did you try this? It hurts so much worse seeing it animated. So much worse. So much worse. So much worse. I can speak English. It's my first language. I hope. Well, sarcasm's my first language, but English should be up there. Hmm. We have a problem. Oh, now we have the weather. That hurts. And then next week, my boy Dobby's gonna have a moment. Seeing that live is not for the faint of heart. It was definitely not. That was not treatment. Yeah, and season 8 would be absolutely incredible. I know we're gonna be heading that route. It's just, we're gonna have to be waiting a while for this, and Bones can take their time. So at this time, I want to rechange the name so we can discuss the episode recap. Marquez, you hit it nail on the head. That hurt on so many levels. I was not like I knew what was happening. I've been prepared for what's going to happen, but until you physically see what has transpired, because it's one thing, read it and then kind of go, no way, what's next? And then you actually see it with your own eyes in person. Yo, that was crazy. The episode will not be shown, and people are checking out because it is about 3 a.m. Nice attempt at a burn. You know, maybe you'll do better next time. See you around. But like with everything going on, 21 episodes is a fantastic limit for everything that we have going on here. It's been a great season thus far, counting just that first core and the first couple episodes that we've seen going on. Bro, was talking like we're listening to him. Is that why you're responding to what I'm saying, or are you gonna find a hobby at some point? No, got nothing better to do at 2:58 a.m. We'll be seeing you. So, back to the episode in its entirety. I've already given you too much attention. That is where I'm at. It's 5:58. Dang, Azuku, you are definitely going through it right now, my friend. You are pushing yourself to the utmost limits. I can't believe that you are still up. Appreciate, definitely checking out the stream and having a fantastic time with us, the viewers. So let's see what's going on here. Appreciate that, Marquez. Appreciate that. But like, I already gave it too much attention. I already acted immaturely. That's on me. Can't undo that. So, at this moment in time, it's been like a great showing for our heroes. We got to see the big three from UA finally able to get things going. At this moment in time, from what we are seeing, they work incredibly well together. And he's like, yo, I'm right there with you, girl. I am 100% with you. The first time I read this, I was not ready whatsoever for this moment in time. Bakugo and Dabi have always been 1A, 1B for me as far as characters I really like. So like having things like this play out is just not okay. Like luckily I'm on stream so I don't, break down crying because let's be real here. No one wants, to cry on camera. That's weird for me. That's cringe. I understand people go through stuff at different times. I don't really want to do the thing. Like the moments did look a little bit better in the manga. I'm not gonna sit here and fault them and be like, "Oh, Bones, you did this," or "Bones, you did that." No. And then like the Izuku thing, what a touch. The All Might thing, what a touch. So it's like to see everything brought together at this moment in time so seamlessly to have Bakugo's full on payoff of admitting I was a brat, I was rude, I was arrogant, I was self centered, but then he remembers the happy memories and it evolves Izuku and All Might because he finally pulled that rare holographic All Might card, which, if you're someone like me, I love card collecting. It's fun, it's a hobby. It's not really something that most adults do, but if you have the money for it, anything can be an adult hobby. I'm just saying. So to have that moment play out right in front of our eyes, that was something to see and to behold. I was not emotionally prepared again to have to relive this because if you've read the manga and then you get to watch the anime, now it's just a double slap. You get one and then you get two, and you're just like, at a certain moment in time, I'm not particularly thrilled with going on. And he's like, yeah, Dobby's one of my favorite villains. Next week, based upon what we were seeing from the little blurb that they show us at the end of the episode, he's not only going to be back, but he's going to be stronger than ever. All of us in chat are definitely going to be going through it. And hey, appreciate the subscription, appreciate it. Remember, stay tuned for all the stuff in the community posts. We'll have details on the 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up. We just hit 1,000 today. It's been a wild, wild ride. Can't thank each and every one of you guys enough. It's been a incredible journey thus far. Some more huge things coming from the channel as far as us. Get some rest. Appreciate you in the chat. And like Azuku, yeah, Dobby is going to be pivotal moving forward because now we're going to see the full on repercussions of Endeavor's actions. Because sure, he's attempting to atone for things. I personally haven't bought in to the ability to have him be forgiven. I'm not there. His sins are too many, too numerous, and there was 4 different kids at minimum whose lives he destroyed. That's about 4 too many for me to be like, yeah, there's going to be like whole forgiveness thing. And that's not even discussing everything that happened with his wife, who he used as a breeder. So, big note for me on that one. But at the same time, his actions are going to have serious motivations. And we're going to see Dobby really kick things into high gear this next episode. But everyone wants to talk about Bakugo because Bakugo, he's a tough sell for most people. He's always been headstrong. He's always been stubborn. He's always moved to the beat of his own drum. He doesn't care what others think. He just does what he wants to, when he wants to, how he wants to, regardless of whether he should. And this moment in time was definitely something where he literally just looks at Genist, who was basically his mentor throughout the program, was like, take care of the others, and then decides to go into a fight that he knows he has maybe at best 2% chance of winning, maybe a 10% chance of surviving. And then he just goes in head first because he's like, I need to buy time for Izuku. I need to do what a hero would do. I need to lay down it all, put all my pieces on the table, so to speak. I need to be able to make the move that other people just can't. We still need Mirko. We still need Genist. We still need Edshaw. We still need Lemillion. We still need Tamaki. We need Hado. There's so many characters that could ultimately have made this moment happen. But would they have had the same level of impact that Bakugo did? I don't believe so. Bakugo has been with us since the beginning. He started off basically as an antagonist. He was the one telling Deku he was nobody, he was worthless, he didn't amount to anything. He was quirkless. He just piled onto this kid for no particular reason, and he didn't have a good reason to do so. Not in anyone's mind, and it's not something that I'm gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, Bakugo, that's just you being you." No, that's bullying in any way, shape, or form. You don't tell another human being any of these things, let alone someone who's, a child. Children say harsh things. Children lash out. Children make big scenes and silly moments happen on a grand scale because somehow, some way, they just know how to hurt people super intimately. And like Deku still was one of those people who's willing to just continually love others, embrace others, push himself forward for the purpose of friendship, even though Bakugo would have easily taken that friendship and smeared it on the bottom of his boot and just kept on pushing. Then Bakugo slowly turning and realizing that Deku genuinely cares about him, softens him up over time. Then Deku all of a sudden develops, this insane quirk that he manifests, with the flick. Broke the absolute crud out of his finger doing it, but he got that flick, and then it was the next quirk, and then the next quirk, and you kind of get where I'm going with it. Bakugo slowly learned that Deku was capable of great things because Deku has heart. I couldn't stand Deku when I was first introduced to him. I don't really mess with characters who cry constantly. It's not it's not my thing. Showing emotion is not a weakness. It's just not something that I, as a viewer, am going to sit here and be like, okay, cool, like I get it. You're crying again. Can we, just do something about it? Figure it out. Do an action. Deku has put all those pieces together now, and he's shown his heart, his courage, his tenacity, his willingness not to let others be behind. He's not sacrificing people. He's making sure everyone gets out to the best of his ability, and he's willing to carry the weight of this entire world, which is, mostly shown as a microcosm because it's just Japan where everything is really just popping off like crazy. That he's going to carry the burden, carry that weight, and push himself forward to be able to push on to other great heights. And Bakugo was not only impressed by this, it softened him. And now that he is a softer individual and he's willing to go from, the exploding demon, whatever he calls himself. So having, yeah, you said it, Izuku, that Deku is the future of Japan as number one hero, unequivocally. He is the future that a hero you want to have. Because while right now Endeavor is the world's number one hero, would anyone really count him as far as morals as the number one hero or the number one most popular? It's literally just a strength competition at that point. I'd take Genus over him. Genus hasn't really done anything that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so impressed by. Has Mirko, she could be number one hero for all I care. She's great heart, great tenacity. She's got a cool power set, and she's shown just how strong she was in the last arc because she was taking on all those Nomu and just powering right on through. That was cool. That was nice to see. I would even consider Hawks, and he literally offed somebody just to keep his cover. So the list as far as morals go, Endeavor ain't it, man. Endeavor just is not it. Deku, morals, strength, and then somehow character is not morals, but it's on the same thing. The three pillars of like what a great human being should be, he is, and he can win the hearts of many. The fact that so many people turned on him when he chose to bear the brunt of, the attack of All for One is heinous. But again, when people are afraid, certain things that they wouldn't normally do can't really play out. The show has already been watched. It was off screen, no audio, no video, any of that stuff. So show's been watched. Go check out Hulu. Go check out Crunchyroll. Go enjoy it there. Don't want to like false advertise anybody. Just nothing has been shown in the lovely square here, nor will it be. We do things the correct legal way here. And yeah, copyright is definitely a big one. I don't own any of the permissions to do anything of that nature. So no audio, no video, no images, no nothing. I'm just here breaking down what I saw at the end of the episode, and then I'll have a full on review following that. So if you came to watch the episode only, you found the wrong channel. Other people are willing to play around with, copyright rules and restrictions. That's their channel. That's their choice. I ain't shaming anybody, but we at Geek Variants, that's not what we do. That's not what we're about. That's not what we'll ever consider. Um, that's enough of that lengthy on that. Get back to Deku. He is the three pillars that people should emulate, they should strive to be. And he's willing to do what needs to be done, even at times where he's going about things necessarily the wrong way. Isolating yourself and pushing yourself away from your friends and your family, the people who have made him who he is and helped shape what he's about, was not the right move. But at the same time, because his friends knew him, they understood him, they cared about him, they wanted what was best for him, they were able to reach out, really touch his heart, and be like, look, you need to come home. You need a shower. You stink. I don't know what you're doing out here. It's like, I get why you're doing what you're doing, but we're, as your friends, we're not going to let this happen. This isn't how class 1A wants to be remembered. So Deku was able to get that proper, support that ultimately he needed. And now he is rushing his tail off to get back and help everybody get things back to the way things should be. Get the situation back handled. Because as we've seen, Shigaraki is like so strong, he's like outside of where my arm can reach in terms of just strength. And then we have everyone else. Well, they're strong. They're not able to, get the job done. Bakugo is strong. Lemillion is strong. Tamaki, heck of a shot. Strong. Hado, incredible powers. She was doing her thing. Any other villain, we'd have some serious damage, some serious impact, some good blows. Unfortunately, it's Shigaraki, who is literally just a human walking, talking tank of psychopathy and villainy. He can just take shots with the best of them and keep on going. He's got that Superman level moment where he's just like, oh, you hit me? All right. Anyway, back to what I was doing, which is definitely not what you want to have as a villain. It's definitely terrifying and moral breaking, and it just destroys your confidence in yourself as you're like going through the process to ensure everything gets handled the correct way. And then I got to give a huge shout out to the vast hybrid plasma cannon. I can't read my own handwriting. That was a crazy move. It was impeccably done. I think the animation on it was very crisp. It was really nice. Shout out to Bones. Good job. You guys were doing your thing this episode. I think Bakugo's moment overall was a little bit better in the manga itself, but again, that's such a nitpick. It is such a nitpick. Everything was done great both times. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we have to only like one. That's crazy talk. That's not how things should be run at all whatsoever. And then Shigaraki, I need to like circle back to your insult. You compared our boy Bakugo to goldfish poop? Out of all of the insults you could have thought of at that moment in time, why in the world is goldfish poop what you went with? Like, I understand it signifies the level of just unimportance that Bakugo is in your eyes, but like you compared him to an ant, you could compare him to dirt, you could compare him to like the most minuscule cell in the human body, but like like a maybe compare him to a virus or a parasite or something. But like just to sit here and be like, you are goldfish poop. Like, can you imagine someone like trying to insult you and be like calling you goldfish poop? Like, it's just so absurd. You would just, why? Is that supposed to hurt? Is that emotionally damaging? Is that going to be that kind of thing where we're all going to really just go, ooh, got you, you got burned? That ain't it. Shigaraki should just stick to kicking butts because clearly he kicked mine emotionally in this episode. All of us are in our own way going through some level of healing brought to you by Bakugo. Because if you read it and now you've seen it, it's tough. It's not an easy sell. It wasn't. It was tough to watch. But unfortunately, Lay Million was able to trigger Shigaraki and helped escalate him to this new height because he reminded him of friends. And well, let's just say it's a trigger word for him. He's very sensitive about it, and we shouldn't pick on people's triggers because all of a sudden they'll extend arms out of appendages that they don't have, and then all of a sudden try and take out one of my favorite characters in an anime. So there's that. Wild, wild episode. I don't really have much else to break down. It's been a fantastic live stream amongst each and every single one of you. I understand people aren't really particularly thrilled that we don't show anything in the square here. Apologies. Copyright laws are copyright laws, and I'll see you again next week, Izuku. For those who are also subscribed, be sure to or not subscribe, be sure to do so. We have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We've now hit 1,004 thanks to you, amazing viewers. We have a couple giveaways coming up. We'll have more details on that dropping the community post within the coming days. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in all that good stuff. The next time you'll be seeing me is for House of the Dragon. Can't wait to sit down with all of you again and enjoy all that good stuff with you, the viewer. I've been Brent for Geek Variants. I'll see you in the next one. And thank you.